Yeah, I know it's been a while, but before we begin, ere I start this first recording of 2025, Jumanji! There, maybe that'll reset reality for us. Howdy, shipmates. Welcome back. It's been a while, I know. Uh, I do not recommend the year that I had. A couple of good things happened. Got some, discovered that I had a lot of good friends. Uh, but for the most part, 2024 can go pound sand. Anyway, that's not why we're here. Welcome back to the channel. It is, as I record this, 7 something in the evening on January the 1st, 2025. And we're starting off doing something, well, slightly different. As you might have noticed from the thumbnail. Today, we're not talking about a Star Trek Adventures piece, or even really Star Trek in particular. What we are talking about is another one of my childhood fascinations, Space 1999, which last year it was announced is getting a role-playing game through Modiphius on the 2D20 system. And if someone had told me when I was just starting out in this hobby back in 1980, oh my goodness, yeah, it's been a while. If someone had told me back in 1980 that there would be a Space 1999 role-playing game from the same company that was making a Star Trek role-playing game, I'd have told you were smoking something. And yet here we are. So, I've not abandoned Star Trek Adventures. I am waiting until my physical copy of the second edition starter set arrives before I do a review of that product. I've got the PDFs. My wife finally let me have them for Christmas. So I've had a chance to look over them somewhat, and but I want to see the physical product in my hand before I do the review. So earlier I was talking about having some really good friends. One of those really good friends took pity on me because he had seen some of the rest of what 2024 was dishing out to me, and instead of me having to wait for weeks or months to get the Space 1999 core book, he pre-ordered it for me as a gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Usually with the Modiphius product, you will get the PDF of the core rulebook when you order that product. Right this minute, as we speak, that PDF isn't ready yet. What they did do was give you the Quickstart for the Space 1999 RPG. Once the core rulebook PDF is available, I am told that Quickstart will go up as a free download, like all the other Quickstarts. but they wanted to give you something for opting in early. And since somebody opted me in early, I have the Quickstart PDF, and we are going to go through it here in just a moment. Let me start with the typical YouTube plea. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the YouTube things. Like it says down there at the bottom. I haven't shaved since Sunday. My hair's a disaster, and my studio space is a catastrophic mess, and I don't care. Shall we get to this? I think we should at this point. And here is the cover for the Space 1999 role-playing game Quickstart Guide. It's like a lot of other Quickstart guides out there. All right, I've reset this. It is like a lot of the quick starts you're going to find. It gives you an abridged version of the rules, no character generation or anything, for instance. If you are familiar with the 2D20 system, a lot of this is going to be fairly easy to figure out. But the layout is very reminiscent of the Moonbase Alpha technical manual, which you can get on Anderson Entertainment's website. I will provide a link to that, of course. You can get you can pre-order the core rulebook for Space 1999 on either of the Modiphius websites or on the Anderson Entertainment website. And one of the reasons it's up there is this is less Modiphius licensing the property from Anderson as it is from Anderson deciding sometime during the pitch that the project manager Andrew Peregrine made to them, deciding to do this on their own, partnering with Modiphius. So it's kind of a joint effort. One of the things that gave us is, access to Anderson's graphics library, and this everything in this book is very evocative of what you would see on the show, but it gives you the basics, welcome to Moonbase Alpha, things you'll need to play, and then it goes into the basic rules. Like Star Trek Adventures 2nd Edition and Dune Adventures in the Imperium, this is just a straight D20, 2D20 system. There are no challenge dice associated with it. Like Star Trek Adventures, it has in Star Trek Adventures, their attributes. In Space 1999, their attitudes. And then you've got I missed something somewhere. This is not unusual. Okay, you've got skills. I zoomed right past it. I'm so sorry about that, guys. But you've got skills, which would be the departments in Star Trek Adventures, and then you've got attitudes, which would be your attributes. They're not figured quite the same way, but the success range is just about the same between the two games. One of the reasons that Andrew said he wanted specifically to go with 2D20 is possible interaction with Star Trek Adventures. And why not? But let's see, most of what you're going to find in here, you're going to find familiar if you have played any of the other 2D20 games, especially Star Trek Adventures. Difficulties are the same. The basic processes are the same. Where a lot of the differences happen are in how they the attitudes and the skills interact with each other. We'll look at one of the character sheets here in a moment, and I've kept this on a 2-sheet spread just so you can see really what it looks like. It's a very nicely put together PDF. It's 51 pages, including the cover, but it's also got, like most quick starts out there, a sample adventure. This one's called Breakaway, which was coincidentally the title of the first episode of Space 1999. And I'm not going to linger over it too much because I might be trying to run this at some point, and I don't want people to see it prior to that. And then you got pre-gen characters. There's 6 of those. Representing a broad variety. Now I am going to get onto a single page here so we can take a closer look at the character sheet. Let me zoom in here. There we go. There are traits. I don't know how familiar some of you are with Space 1999, but a spoiler alert for a, almost 50-year-old franchise. In the first episode, the moon gets blown out of its orbit on Earth and is plunged into deep space. Hopes are one of the things that the people stranded on the moon use to keep themselves sane. But here are attitudes and skills. Here are the focuses. The way I'm reading it, just because it's listed next to a particular skill, does not mean it is limited to uses of that skill. I may be misreading it. Not gonna lie, I've been wrong before. They only come with 3 talents, which implies some difference in the way character generation is done. Again, once the core rulebook is out, I'll be doing a review on that, and I'll probably do a character generation video once I have that book in my hot little hands. But here you see how they're put together, very much like you would find in any of the other 2D20 systems. The way you use determination is a little different. You spend spirit, which everybody has a certain number of spirit points. And there are only 4 focuses instead of the 6 that you are probably used to on a Star Trek Adventures character. But this is what we've got in this little quick start, and I am extremely impressed both with how it looks and the way it evokes the source material, just like the art and such in Star Trek Adventures invokes the feel of that. But there's not a whole lot just on the going through of this that we have to contend with. It is a very nice document. Is well put together. I am working to get an online interview going with Andrew Peregrine, the project manager and the motive force behind this. He is a huge Space 1999 fan, and let's see, this was one of 3 properties from my childhood that I said I figured would never get an RPG. Those 3 titles were Planet of the Apes, Space 1999, and another Anderson entertainment program called UFO. I just got the PDF for the core rulebook for Planet of the Apes on Christmas Eve, and now we have the we've also got the core rulebook up for pre-order. We've got the quick start for Space 1999. So that's 2 out of 3 already. So I'm sitting here hoping that this does very, very well. I think it will. I think there are a lot more fans of this particular franchise out there than are often vocal on the social media. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not, because if this does well, I'm hoping it opens the door for UFO, and then I've got the trifecta of the stuff that I really, really wanted, or from my, my wayward childhood. But I just wanted to get on here very briefly, do a quick once over. It's a very good quick start. Right now you can only get it by pre-ordering the core rulebook, but very soon I am told it will be available on wide release. I urge you to pick it up when you have the chance, if you haven't already. If you haven't already pre-ordered the core rulebook. But with that being said, guys, as usual, live long and prosper. Thank you so very much for sticking with me for the past 6-8 weeks that I've been absent from the screen here. As I said earlier, I've had a lot going on, and I have been very fortunate to discover that I have a lot of friends, and I'd like to start off the the new year with gratitude to those friends. Thank you, each and every one of you. I really, really appreciate all the words of encouragement and hang in there's that I have gotten during the last few weeks of both real life and my creative life issues that have been going on. And I'm hoping that we're past some of those now. But I appreciate you sticking with me this long. I should be getting back to Build the Future soon, now that I'm feeling a little less put upon by the universe. If you feel like supporting me in any way, there are links in the description to my Ko-Fi account and my PayPal if you want to drop me a tip. My tip jars are out there. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. Welcome to 2025. Let's go kick it in the butt. Good night, guys.